Hello India Moon Coders. Welcome to HTML5 tutorial. The head and the body. So, in the last lesson, what did we do? We started our first HTML webpage, and it was pretty simple to be fair. But we've got the head in there, and we got the body in there. So, in this lesson, I just want to kind of hone in on those two tags. Make sure you completely understand them before we start to put out this website even more. So, just to recap quickly. In the last lesson, we said that the head side contains all the extra information about our webpage. So, this can be things like metadata, CSS references, JavaScript references. So, while this is data that you want to tell the browser, look, this is some extra information about the webpage, but you don't want to show it to the user. All that in the head. The body tag contains all the visual content. Everything that you want to show to the user, you put in the body tag, headings, images, paragraphs, whatever else you've got. So, I'm gonna jump back over to brackets now, and I'll see you there. And here I am back in brackets, and we're pretty much where we left off last time. We've got our HTML tag, head tag, and body tag, and we are going to start with the head. Now, last time we popped in this meta character set UTF-8 tag, and I briefly said that this was basically telling the browser, hey, we are using the UTF-8 character encoding for this website, and not in set at the time. That's what you are going to be using in probably even more, unless you are going to be making a website for a Russian person, something with Russian characters in or Japanese characters or something like that. You are going to use UTF-8. So, that's going to be one of those things that you just put in head every time. The next thing we did was the title tag, and I've decided we are gonna sell fish online. So, I'm gonna change this to Mr. Green's Fish Emporium. Alright, in fact, we'll call it Mr. Green's medication for him, why not? Okay, so the meta tags now. I said last lesson or maybe one before that there's various different types of meta tags we can use, a few of them to tell the browser and crawlers. Crawlers are things that come from search engines to see what our website's about. We can use them to tell those different things about the website, make associations with it. One such thing is the keywords meta tag. Now, the keywords meta tag ain't used as much these days as it was in the olden times. What it used to do was provide kind of keywords for Google or other search engines to use so that if you search for these keywords, your website might show up in results for them. Now, it's not used as much these days. People used to abuse them, used to stuff loads of different keywords in there so they rank kindly for different terms. Google and other search engines cotton on, and it's not as important anymore. But it's still nice to make that association, and it can't hurt, certainly. So, we'll do it in this example. And this is just a meta tag. We give it the attribute name. Remember, these are all attributes, these little things that we are giving it. And the name is going to be keywords. And we put the keywords themselves in the content attribute. And we'll say, fish, smell it, whisper something, smelly fish, trout, salmon, why not, Mr. Shark. Okay, so there's our meta keywords tag. We'll do another meta tag, and this is going to be a description one. It's called the description meta tag. And like the keywords one, this is UPI search engines. If you search for a term in Google, you'll see sometimes a lot of the links come up and then little descriptions underneath them, little text snippet. A lot of the time, this is where they come from. So, you want to give a good, brief description of your website, something that's going to attract users to click the link. So, we'll say, we sell the smelliest fish online, guaranteed. Who the hell is not gonna want to come to this website? So, we've got our meta tags now, and we've got our title tag. So, what's next? We'll do our CSS link. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this. All you need to know for now is that we put our CSS links or references in the head. That's where we tell the browser where our CSS file is located. And when the browser sees this CSS reference, it's going to say, right, I'll go to the location this user or this developer has specified. I'll get this CSS file and I'll use this to style the webpage. So, just remember that much for now. You don't have to remember too much about it. So, this is a link tag, and we do link rel, which stands for relationships. The relationship of this link tag to the document is a style sheet. And type, another attribute, well, it's going to be text CSS. And that's just the type of the document. And then we do our href reference. And href, by the way, it stands for hyperreference. I think, quote me if I'm wrong, and that's just referring to the location of the CSS file. So, where is the CSS file stored? Now, I'm going to make a folder called CSS. And then, I'll do a file called name.css. And we are now going to make this main CSS file. Now, in a future course, what I'll do is take this finished website that we do on this course and create a CSS file. This is just to illustrate to you how we pop a CSS link or reference in the head. And that's all there is to it. So, the browser's seen this. It's saying, okay, so we've got a link tag here. The relationship to this HTML document is a style sheet. So, I know it's a style sheet. It's have-typed text and CSS. And this is its location. So, I can go out and find that now, and I will apply all those styles in that main.css to this document. Okay, so that's pretty much about your head tag. We can also pour script with references in there. JavaScript. But we are going to do that in a later course. Similar to this. I mean, it's a different type of tag. It's a script tag. But it's a similar kind of method of referring to a location. So, your head tag contains all the extra information you want to say to a browser. Look, this is what the webpage is about. Here's some extra bits and bobs. Doesn't show anything to the user. Now, and the body. The body tag is everything you want to show to the user. Alright. And you can put any tag that you want to in here. To be honest, we don't really need to put. If you like this course, please support Indiamoon channel and subscribe Indiamoon. Thanks friends.